When I was a student, we were told that we did things based on our age group chronologically. That means if you learned your 4 times table, you have to wait until next year before you learned your 5th timetable. What I've observed and what I've seen has now become a defining mark for EIE is that they really look at your birth certificate and ask you to keep it at home. That means the work you're given has no relationship with the chronology of your age. So if you learned your 4 times table, then move on straight to the 5th timetable and move on to the 6th timetable. Why do you have to wait until your next birthday before you take the next step? And that has opened up one fundamental myth about the educational system, that we do not all learn based on a pre-programmed, God-ordained, date of birth regulated type of life. We learn based on curiosity rather than necessity. So that has allowed the boundary of learning and the limits of learning to be redefined and each year pushed further and further off until we are getting to a point now that one can confidently say, having observed the students and the principals use, that every single child is a genius. Not as a slogan or a mantra, but a daily reality. Now, if we probe enough, if we ask enough questions, we'll find out that a 6-year-old, by the time he's 6, already understands 95% of the physics you're going to learn at 16. That I learned at 16, current 5-year-old already understand. For instance, they understand the principles of gravity. They know that if they push an object to the edge of a table, it's going to fall down. It's not going to suspend mid-air, and it's not going to fly up. They understand the principles of centripetal forces in physics. So why are we still holding on to this archaic 1944 outdated notion of learning? Because learning is more driven by the learner than the system that we use, or a system that we adhere to. So it fascinates me and begins to challenge every single thing I've learned. I now have to redefine what I thought I knew when I heard the result of one inner city girl called Chimamela, one of the people receiving awards today, that has no German origin whatsoever. But her name is Chimamela Obara. Both parents know exactly where they are from, and know where their grandparents are from, and nothing is Germanic about it. While in year 9, because of her curiosity about the German language, wrote the GCSE from an inner city, Hackney estate, and got the highest marks in the entire country. She didn't pass, ladies and gentlemen. She didn't get just an A star. When they recalibrated and remoderated the marks, of all the marks in the country, Chimamela got the highest marks from year 9. By traditional standards, she hasn't covered the syllabus. So how can a child that has not covered the syllabus end up not just getting the top grade, but getting top marks in the country? Those are some of the things that we are celebrating today, or making ourselves reflect essentially on what we're taught in school and say, do we need to update the software as we regularly do with our computers? Do we believe that the model that we had, that educated us, will serve our current students because they're going to live in the future? Do we understand that every child born has 1 million cells in their brain? And one cell alone, just one cell alone, can add, multiply, divide, and subtract faster than the best calculator that we have. And recently, that study was reviewed, and they found that one cell, one human cell, can add, subtract, multiply, compute faster than the entire computing network of NASA. It therefore makes us to query whether that saying that every child is a genius is really sufficient enough to qualify us if we have 1 million cells that can do that simultaneously. We've been shortchanged, those of us that belong to our generation. We forgive our teachers because their knowledge was limited. But I wish I was 6 years old again. I wish I can be 5 years old again so that I can fully express the talent or my ability to learn without any restrictions and without any boundary. And that's what we're gathered here today to celebrate, is boundless learning, when a 6-year-old that is confidently playing football and represents his group in football can come to class tomorrow and do University of Cambridge Advanced Mathematics as if it's another football, and then allow play to interlink with learning in such a way that we know that Usain Bolt seems to be the fastest man on earth, and he is the fastest mathematician. If he didn't calculate well, he would not be able to win any of his races. So we cannot say you're only good in athletics because of the interplay of what is now called multidisciplinary learning. Maths is as linked to biology as biology is linked to maths, and as that is linked to geography. So that's the reason why I'm so excited about this celebration we're having today. That it's not limited to gene, it's not dependent on your postcode. Your learning ability is irrelevant as far as your gender is concerned, and your height doesn't even count. So let everyone that's present here today spread the simple truth to our nieces that were not able to make it today, our nephews that were not able to come in, to our boys and girls, that there's a genius waiting in them to be discovered, particularly if they are given the right tools, the right techniques, and the right technology in a nourishing environment. It's on this basis that I want to thank you for coming, and I salute and congratulate every of the award recipients today, and salute Your Excellency for devoting time to join us in celebrating today. I thank you.
And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Let the award session begin. There are 5 award categories, and the first one, partner programs, will be presented by Dr. Stanley Grossman.
First of all, I'm about to call out the names of the winners.
You guys didn't make any argument. Wait,
But I'm inspired to say a few words before that. Marianne Alapini, many of you know, invited me to come to this event and share awards. At that moment, I'd never heard of EIE. And as anybody knows, Marianne knows very well that if she asks you to do something, there's only one possible answer. So here I am. And I have to say that in the last hour, I've learned a great deal of what you people do, and it's extremely impressive. I've been in academic life for most of my life. As a university professor, as a writer of textbooks, and a number of other things. Mathematics is scary, right? But there's always been a delineation in universities of the people who are smart versus the ones who aren't. And the idea that you take somebody who doesn't fit a particular profile and turn them into a genius in the sort of deepest sense of the world is incredibly impressive. And my only reaction from here is, why aren't programs like this more widespread? I've pledged to do what I can to make more people aware of it. It's fantastic. And so thank you for everything you do. And,